Hi, and welcome to this YouTube video. I'm glad you're here. So, for those of you unaware, I started college 2 months ago, and as of late, I haven't really had time on weekends to go play in Pokemon TCG tournaments, but this weekend, I finally have the time, so that's this YouTube video, my first Pokemon TCG tournament while I'm in college. Also, Mega Evolution is legal now, so you guys will be getting an updated Cynthia's Garchomp EX deck list in this video, and that's the deck list I'll be using in tomorrow's tournament. It's Friday when I'm filming this. But, two quick things. One, I'm like halfway to getting monetized. Actually, I'm over halfway to getting monetized on this YouTube channel. I have the subscriber minimum, 1,000. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I just need watch hours now. So if you could watch this video like halfway through, or even just like an extra minute or two, that's normally longer than what you would watch, that helps a lot, just watching those extra 1 or 2 minutes. So please and thank you. I appreciate all of you who watch my videos. And last thing, I would like to thank today's sponsor, and actually my first ever sponsor, Collector. For those of you that don't know, Collector is an app/website that helps you track your collection, whether it's tracking the price of your cards or just what cards you have in your collection. I really like it. I've personally been using it for about the last 6 or 7 months. But I like the way it looks. It's pretty easy to use. It's pretty user-friendly, and I'm going to show you guys a bit more on the app. But first, I would like to open this Prismatic Evolution surprise box. Thank you, Collector, for making me able to get this. And yeah, after we unbox this, I'll upload the hits we get to my Collector app, so that way you guys can see the process and see how easy and seamless it is. Okay, so we have the Prismatic Evolution surprise box. I've actually never opened anything from Prismatic before, so I'm super excited to see. I've heard the pull rates are like abysmal though, so we'll see how this goes. But here's the box. Open it. Let's see what... Okay, so we got 4 packs of Prismatic Evolution. Oh, we got the Glaceon promo. Okay. We got 4 packs of Prismatic Evolutions. Let's open this one first. Code card. This is going to be fighting. Fire. Holographic fire, too. Hobunberry. Hoot Hoot. Dreepy. Milk Tank. Techno Radar, Diplin, Glass Trumpet, Halucha Pokeball. That's nice. I like that. Carmine, Umbreon. Okay, that I'm not even. I like Umbreon a lot, so that's cool. Wrong Umbreon, but we're getting there. Next pack. Code card. This is gonna be water. Steel. Hobunberry. Noibat. Oh, I like the art on that one. Black Belt's Training. Fan Rotom. Professor Sada's Vitality. Ooh! I like that Suicune a lot. Bronzong. Roto Stick. Furfrou. Man. And Whimsicott. Okay. Nothing too good out of that one. Oh, I'm scared. Let's open the next pack. Code card. This is gonna be grass, electricity, slowpoke, hippopotas, Badoo, Spritzy, Ogre's Mask, Earthen Vessel. So some competitive cards. Diplin, Sneasel, Hippopotas, Pheasantipity. Okay. Need some last pack magic. Code card, and this is gonna be dark. Water. Friends in Paldea, Bronzor, Furfrou, Baneri, Pyroar, Earthen Vessel, Lacey, Hoot Hoot, Aeromatis. Oh, Umbreon EX. Okay. We actually got something. Okay, so all of our hits, we got Umbreon EX, Halucha Pokeball, and then we got the Glaceon EX promo. Let's see how much these are worth with Collector, and I'll show you guys how to add stuff to your portfolio. Okay, so these were our hits from the Prismatic Evolution surprise box. Let's put them into my Collector app. So on my Collector app here, if we go first open it, you see the price charting area. Swipe to the right, you have my portfolio. Here's like what mine looks like. But we're here to search for the cards. So there is like a camera option that scan the cards, but you only have a limited if you're not using the free one. So I don't really use it, but I also just prefer to do the search up anyways because it's easier. So if we go to search bar, let's search up Glaceon EX, and then we're gonna scroll down until we find the one that's ours. It's stamped, and then boom, right there, we add it, and now it's in our portfolio. And now let's look up Umbreon EX. So clear the search bar, put Umbreon EX, and that one's ours. Add to portfolio, and now we have them both in our portfolio. And now you can just track how much your collection's worth. Super simple, super easy, and I totally recommend it. I wouldn't get a sponsor that I don't believe is actually a good product. So thank you, Collector, for sponsoring this video, and let's hop into the video. So for our deck list, we will be running 4 Cynthia's Gible, 4 Cynthia's Gabite, 3 Cynthia's Garchomp EX, 3 Cynthia's Rosalia, 2 Cynthia's Roserade, and 1 Cynthia's Spiritomb. For our supporters, we will be using 4 Arven, 3 Lily's Determination, 2 Boss's Orders, and 2 Iono. For our items, we will be using 3 Buddy Buddy Poffin, 3 Fighting Gong, 2 Premium Power Pros, 2 Night Stretcher, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Rare Candy, 1 Counter Catcher, 1 Ultra Ball, and 1 Super Rod. For our Ace Spec, we will be using Unfair Stamp. For our tool cards, we will be using 3 Cynthia's Power Weight and 2 TM Evo. For our Stadium cards, we will be using 2 Forced Vitality and 1 Team Rocket's Watchtower. And lastly, for our energies, we will be running 8 Fighting. So for my first match, I went against Mega Venusaur EX, and keep in mind that Garchomp is weak to grass. Also, this is the first time I've ever done a tournament where I played best of 3, so this is why this is called match 1A. Okay, I'll draw for turn, I'll attach an energy, Lily's Determination. Okay, I'll Buddy Buddy Poffin, this Rosalia, and I'll grab this Gible. I'll do Rock Hurl for 40. By the end of my opponent's second turn, he already had Ivysaur, which was really bad, and he was setting up his Teal Mask Ogerpon to be loaded with energy. Okay, I'll draw for turn, I'll evolve this into Gabite, I'll Champion Skull, and that lets me look through my deck for any Cynthia's Pokemon. This Cynthia's Roserade, I'll Arven, and I'll Rare Candy, and evolve this in a Garchomp, Cynthia's Power Weight here, and that adds an extra 70 HP. And then Corkscrew Dive for 260, and I have 4 cards in my hand, and its thing is you may draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. So I'm gonna draw 2, 1, 2, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take 2 prize cards. By next turn, my opponent got Mega Venusaur EX, and now every member of my team was getting one shot. And then I'll draw for turn, I'll Boss's Ordered up your Bayleaf, I'll Night Stretcher, and I'll put Garchomp into my hand. I'll Champion's Call, and I'll grab this Gible, evolve this into Garchomp, I'll Super Rod, Unfair Stamp, I'll Buddy Buddy Poffin, and I'll grab this Rosalia, this Gible, Earthen Vessel, and I'll discard this Team Rocket's Watchtower. I'll attach return here. I'll Corkscrew Dive for 130. I have 3 cards in my hand. I'm gonna draw 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll take 1 prize card. My opponent ended up knocking out a second Garchomp. I'll draw for turn. Touch an energy for turn here. TM Evo here. Put this Rosalia down. These 2 with TM Evo. Venusaur was one-shotting everything, so my opponent did take the first round. For my second round, I decided to go second. By the end of my opponent's first turn though, he already had a Jumpstart with Teal Mask Ogerpon on the active and an energy attached. Draw for turn, I'll Fighting Gong, so search your deck for basic fighting type energy or Pokemon. Gible, that's return here, and then I'll pass. My opponent knocked out the Rosalia in the active. Draw for turn, put this Gible down, involve that, attach for turn here, and then Champion's Call, Grab this bite, put it in my hand. Oh, Premium Power Pro, so attacks do 30 more damage, sorry. And then I'll Boss's Order up the Bulbasaur. And then I'll do Dragon Slice for 70. My opponent played Forced Vitality, but was only able to get to an Ivysaur. Okay. Draw for turn. Evolve this. Champion's Call. This Rosalia. And I'll grab this Roserade and evolve because of Force of Vitality. Evolve this in a Garchomp. I will go ahead and Corkscrew Dive for knockout. And then I have one card in my hand. I'm going to draw 5. Opponent finally got Venusaur EX and took the second round, taking the win overall. So for the first round of my second match, I was up against Dragapult EX. And if you've seen any of my past videos, you know how I feel about this deck. But I was going first, which isn't the most optimal start for Garchomp. Draw for turn, attach for turn. I will pass. All I can do. My opponent immediately played Lily's Determination to get a new hand. They put a Duskull and Dreepy onto their bench. Draw for turn. I'll Arven. I'll attach Cynthia's Power Weight. I'll Rare Candy. Evolve that in a Garchomp. I'll attach this energy for turn. Cool. And I will do Corkscrew Dive for 100. And then, yeah. My opponent used a Rare Candy to get to his Dragapult and used the Lily's Determination to get a new hand. He put a Pheasantipity onto his bench and then put a Neo Upper Energy on Dragapult and attacked for 260 onto my bench, which I didn't have. Draw for turn, put down this Rosalia, it's a Vitality, Fighting Gong, grab this Gibble. I'll Boss Orders up the Fez. I'll Draconic Buster for 520, and then I'll take 2 press cards. The next turn, my opponent played Hawlucha to damage my bench. He played Jamming Tower, which disables tools, and then attacked, knocking out Gibble and Rosalia, which basically wins him the game next turn. So he took the first round. So for the second round of the second match, I chose to go second. From my opponent's first turn, he used Buddy Buddy Poffin and got 2 Dreepies onto his bench. Okay, draw for turn. I'll attach for turn. I'll pass. My opponent started his turn by using Jacques to grab 2 Cloaks. I'll draw for turn. I'll evolve this Mega Bite. And then I'll Champion's Call, grab Gibble. And I will pass. My opponent then played Ultra Ball, and in all honesty, I don't know what he grabbed. He then used Hilda though and grabbed a Psychic Energy and a Dragapult EX, setting him up to win the game. So for the final match, I was going against Gardevoir EX, mixed in with Jellicent EX, which I had never gone up for, but it was a difficult matchup for me since Psychic types take 30 less damage from Garchomp, but for this game, I was going second. My opponent played Buddy Buddy Poffin and grabbed 2 routes. My opponent then played Artisan and grabbed a Monkey Dory. Draw for turn, attach for turn here. I'll use Artisan as well. Use Arven, Buddy Buddy Poffin, Technical Machine Evolution, back in with Buddy Buddy Poffin.
Okay.
This Gibble, and this Gibble, and this Gibble.
Okay.
That's the TM Evo here.
Okay.
I'll evolve both of the Gibbles. And 2. And then, now I'll finally shuffle. My opponent started their turn by playing Iono. They then used an Earthen Vessel to grab some energy. I'll draw for turn, attach for turn onto this Gabite. I'll Lily's Determination. Retreat this, bring up this Gabite. I'll evolve this into Roserade. I'll Champion's Call. This Roserade and evolve. And then I'll Champion's Call again. This Cynthia's Garchomp EX. I'll evolve this Gabite into Cynthia's Garchomp EX. I'll use Artisan. This Gibble. Premium Power Pro. So during this turn, attacks used by your Fighting type Pokemon do 30 more damage. So I'll do Corkscrew Dive for 100, 130, 160, 190. That knocks out Lilith's Clefairy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, and then I'll take 2 prize cards. My opponent played Ultra Ball to grab Jellicent EX and then used Monkey Dory's attack, doing 60 damage and leaving Garchomp confused. Draw for turn. I'll free retreat the Garchomp. Bring up this Gabite. This Gabite, or Gibble into Gabite. Power Weight here. I'll knock Artisan for Force to Vitality. And I'll Champion's Call. And I'll grab this Cynthia's Garchomp EX. I'll corkscrew dive for 130, and that knocks out. And then I'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So corkscrew dive's thing is you may draw cards so you have 6 cards in your hand. Okay. I got 5, so I'll draw 1, and then I'll take my 1 prize card. Okay. My opponent immediately evolved their Curly into Gardevoir EX, then their Frillish into Jellicent EX, played an Iono, and ended their turn by doing 160 damage to Garchomp. Draw for turn. I'll Lily's Determination. I'll use Gabite's ability of Champion's Call. I'll grab this Cynthia Spirit Tomb. Free retreat into the Cynthia Spirit Tomb. Don't worry. So this is 160 plus 60, that's 220, but then add an extra 60 because of the Roserades. So it's 280 damage. Raging Curse, that knocks out. And then I'll take my 2 prize cards. My opponent played Lily's Determination, then used Secret Box to grab another Lily's Determination, a Mystery Garden, an Air Balloon, and a Nest Ball. They replaced my Force of Vitality and ended their turn by knocking out my Spirit Tomb. Attach an energy for turn, and I'll do Draconic Buster for, what is that? 290 plus 60, that's knockout. So for the next round of the third match, my opponent decided that I go first. Put this down. Attach for turn here, Buddy Poffin. This Rosalia, and I'll grab this Gibble. And then I'll pass. My opponent used Iono to get a new hand and ended their first turn by using Frillish's attack to do 20 damage. I'll draw for turn. This into Gibble. Attach for turn here. And then I'll use Champion's Call. Go back in. Evolve here. One's Champion's Call, Roserade, and I'll evolve. I'll go ahead and do Dragon Slice for 40. My opponent used Ultra Ball to find Jellicent EX to start stalling me and ended their turn by knocking out my Gabite in the active. I'll draw for turn. I'll Champion's Call. This Roserade is Force of Vitality for the Stadium. Evolve this in a Garchomp. I'll Corkscrew Dive for 130. And then I have 4 cards in my hand, I'm going to draw 2. My opponent started their turn by using Lily's Determination to get a new hand. My opponent then swapped out my Stadium for Artisan and ended their turn by doing 80 damage with Jellicent EX. I'll draw for turn. Boss's Order up the Curlia. Cynthia's Power Weight here, because now Frillish is out. And then I'll use Artisan. Grab Gibble. I'll do Corkscrew Dive for 130. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 cards in my hand. I'll draw 1. And then I'll take 1 prize card. My opponent used Lily's Determination and attached an Air Balloon to retreat the Jellicent EX and did 160 on my Garchomp with Lily's Clefairy, ending their turn. Then I'll draw for turn, put down Spirit Tomb, I'll free retreat. Bring up Spirit Tomb. I'll attach an energy for turn. Arvin. Grab this Ultra Ball, it's Power Weight. I'll use the Ultra Ball, and I'll discard this Super Rod, and I'll discard this Buddy Poffin. He is Garchomp EX. Rare Candy into the Garchomp. And then I'll attach a Cynthia's Power Weight here. And then I'll Raging Curse for, that's 240 plus 60, that's 300 damage. And then I'll take 2 prize cards. My opponent played Super Rod, bossed up my Garchomp, and did 80 damage with Jellicent EX. Free retreat. Bring back up the Spirit Tomb. And yeah, I'll swing for knockout, and I'll take 2 prize cards. My opponent played Mystery Garden and then evolved into a second Jellicent EX and then passed. I'll draw for turn. A Raging Curse for, this is 320, 350, 380.
The 300.
Yeah, that's knocked out. And then I'll take the last prize card.
Good game, Jason. Let's see.
Okay, so for my first tournament away from home, out of the 3 rounds I played, I ended up going 1-2, so 1 win, 2 losses. Not my best performance, but I actually had a ton of fun still. For this was the first time I've ever done a tournament where instead of just like best of 1, it was best of 3. So I thought that was cool. And because it was best of 3, they did their pricing different, which some of you guys may have been curious about. For every win, you got 1 pack from an actual set, so it wasn't just like a prize pack. We got those anyways. But the options were Mega Evolution, Destined Rivals, and Surging Sparks. One, I don't really understand the hypes for Surging Sparks. I don't really know what the chase card is for that set, besides like Pikachu. But if you know me, you know I love Garchomp, so I chose Destined Rivals. So, I actually wasn't able to record me opening my one Destined Rivals packs because keep in mind, I got one win. So I was only able to get one pack, which is why this is pretty insane. But I wasn't able to record me opening my Destined Rivals pack. But you guys won't believe what I pulled. I've been trying to get Cynthia's Garchomp EX ever since Destined Rivals came out. And Saturday was the day. I actually pulled Cynthia's Garchomp EX SIR, and I freaked out when I pulled this in the store. I'm so mad I didn't get it on camera for you guys, but for my one pack I pulled this. This was like 4 or 5 months in the making. I'm so happy I own this card, and in case you're wondering, yes, I will be using it to play. I already have it in the deck, red sleeves, but yeah, so I pulled this. I'm super happy. I can't wait to put this in future videos when I'm playing. And yeah, first tournament away from home in college, I would rate it 10 out of 10. Had a ton of fun, made some new friends, and pulled the chase card I've been trying to get for like ever. So yeah, but if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And thank you for everyone who's watched this far, and thank you Collector for sponsoring this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.